Well, last week I cooked from experience. This week I'm cooking for an experiment. This may be the most confusing piece of meat I've ever had to prepare. Welcome to Big Lou Barbecue. I'm Big Lou and this is what I've got going on for you. I'm gonna let you watch me either really mess this up or make this beautiful. I'm gonna be cooking it in my Big Easy oilless turkey fryer, but it's not a turkey. Oh no, it's a ham. This is a Black Forest boneless. Now check that out, uncured ham, pit ham. It comes from Burkwood Farms. Actually, it came through Pasture Prime Farms, which does Wagyu meat out of Florida. And the benevolent subscriber sent this to me last spring. I was thinking I was going to do it at Easter, but I couldn't get it done at Easter, so I'm doing it here Thanksgiving time, and I'm going to try it in the Big Easy oilless turkey fryer. Now, this is what's confusing, is that word uncured. You see, I thought Black Forest ham was sugar-cured ham. That's what I thought it meant. So I've done some research. It actually comes from the German region of the Black Forest, but they make them, other places. They just call them Black Forest because it's Black Forest style. And it does mean sugar-cured ham, all right? And I'm gonna take this hanger out because I'm gonna hang it in that Big Easy basket here in a minute. And we're gonna talk about the Big Easy. But let's continue talking about the ham. So it says it's uncured and it says it's fully cooked. So you notice at the intro there, I said this is the most complicated piece of meat I've ever thought about preparing because I don't really need to cook it. In fact, some people just slice it and go ahead and put it on sandwiches and stuff, and other people heat it up. It'd be easy to heat it in my oven inside. I want to cook it to about 140 or heat it to about 140. And it would be easy to use in my wood-fired oven, But I think I want to try it in my Big Easy because I know that people do hams in there and they come out well. I watched Rosel Simpson. He made a ham. He wrapped his in aluminum foil and to keep his glaze from burning. And they had a thing on the Charbroil website where they did a ham, but instead of glazing it in there so it didn't burn, is they coated the ham after it was done and spilt the sauce, the glazed sauce all over the ham slices. Well, I don't really want to do that. I was thinking about making a Creole mustard glaze for it, but since it's already sugar cured and this is an expensive ham, all right, and I want to taste what this ham tastes like. Well, I called Burkwood Farms and I talked to the fella, I believe his name was Greg. He was real helpful. He said some people just slice them, some people heat them to about 140, just make sure it's fully defrosted. And I said, well, it says uncured. I said, I thought Black Forest hams were sugar cured. It does say it has turbinado sugar in it and some salt and some other spices and stuff. He says, yeah, we use celery seed. That's the only nitrates. He says, what they mean by uncured is this is just naturally cured with the natural occurring nitrates in the celery salt and the celery seed and the celery powder, whatever they use. From the celery and the other stuff, they don't use any extra sodium nitrate like you might find in the pink salt or the Morton's Tender Quick or something like that. So it's naturally cured, but it says uncured. Well, that's been confusing me for months. I was like, how do I have an uncured ham? But it's naturally cured, and it's been applewood smoked and all that stuff, and it's supposed to be really good. It gets reviews on it. I'm gonna leave a link down below to Pasture Prime Farms, and I'm gonna leave a link down below to Burkwood Farms. Pasture Prime sells them and Burkwood makes them. I think they both sell them actually. Anyway, I'm gonna try it in the Big Easy. Let's talk a little bit about the Big Easy and putting something with sugar in it. All right. Instructions say that this is to be operated on high and you're not to use sugar in your rubs or anything like that. I once cooked an orange soda can chicken in here, came out looking like a piece of charcoal just because I had marinated it in the orange soda and that sugar burned quick. But it's supposed to be operated on high. The SRG, which by the way, they still make, they just don't sell them in North America. They make them for the European market because turkey frying's not a thing in Europe. But smoking and roasting and grilling is, so it's called the smoker roaster grill. It's still made in UK for the UK and the European market, so you can still find these on Amazon. They just don't sell them in the North America market anymore, all right? That's why, and every now and then, one of the shopping networks will bring them back for the Christmas season or the Thanksgiving season or something because they're still producing them in their overseas factories. They just sell them in Europe, not in the US. So, but you can put it on low, all right? You're supposed to put this on high. But I called Charbroil and asked about this, and they said, now after looking and everything, he said, I can operate the fryer on low, but I have to operate the SRG on high. Then he said he sent me some email, and it said, of course, the opposite. But I asked that fellow to repeat himself twice, and I did this on Friday, November 6, 2021, so they can look at their thing. I asked him about it. He told me twice that I could operate this on low. Still wasn't sure, so I called my buddy Rosel Simpson. He is the Big Easy oilless turkey fryer king. He also has an SRG too, the smoker roaster grill. He is the Big Easy king. You want information on the Charbroil Big Easy? You watch Rosel Simpson. I may get a chance to meet him this afternoon too, and we'll see how that works out. I am going to meet him though. He doesn't live too far from me. Anyway, he said you can put this thing down on low. And since I'm cooking this ham, which is already cooked, all I want to do is heat it. I am going, because the gas is adjustable. And I checked it with the thing. It runs about 350, but Rosel told me that first. So I'm gonna try to run this about 350 with the ham on the bottom of the basket, and we're gonna see how it works. I'm definitely not gonna be putting the lid on this as I run it. And I'll leave that for another day. All right, I got my ThermoWorks Chef Alarm temperature probe stuck in the ham. Now, I thought this coating on there would be like maybe a casing like you see on bologna or something, you know, and I'm supposed to peel it off, but I'm not. It actually tastes pretty good, and it's not very sweet, so I'm not nearly as concerned about the sugar burning as I was before. I'm still gonna try to operate this on low, but I did taste that ham right there because it is fully cooked, and man, is it delicious. I could slice it now and put it on sandwiches, but I do want to try to get it heated, at least maybe to 140 internal, and just see how it does. I think it's going to crisp this stuff up on there, and I think this Berkwood Farms ham is going to be delicious in this oilless turkey fryer. Now, it's not on yet, and I'm going to show you when we turn it on here, and turn it on to low. All right, I'm going to turn that gas on high to light, and then back it off. It's lit, so I'm going to back it off to about halfway. All right, well, the internal temperature of the ham was 35 degrees when I put the probe in, and that's good because it gave me a little confidence that it is defrosted all the way. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just set the timer. Now, the timer counts up, but it does blink when it counts up, but that'll give us some idea of how long this takes. All right, and I wanna get it to 140, so I've got the high alarm set to 140, all right? All right, I don't know if you can read that, but it just now turned to 9 minutes it's been in there, and it doesn't seem very hot. It is running. I see the little blue flames down there, but let me show you this right quick. Looks like that right there. 132 on the outside. 320 right there. But I think it's not as sweet as I thought it would be. I'm gonna go ahead, because it's only gone up maybe, it's like 35.1, it's only gone to 35.2 in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just turn the valve all the way up here. Now we're running full blast. I don't know if you can see down inside there, but it's all the way up now. And just gonna go ahead and get this thing hot because I'm really not trying to cook it. So it's already, the temperature's already climbing. 147, 146, 48. It's already climbing, and it feels like it's working the way it should now. So I didn't really like running it on low, and I felt like it's going to take forever to get this ham temperature up. And it doesn't have to be at any certain temp. It's already fully cooked. I just think 140 is probably a good goal to shoot for. All right, 40 minutes in. Not even at 38 degrees yet. However, it looks nice. It smells wonderful. It doesn't smell burned. It doesn't smell like sugar's burning or anything off. But you can start to see, oh, it's hot right there because I'm running on high. You can start to see in there pockets of juices popping out. That casing, whatever it is, I know it's edible because I chewed it, starting to split right there. You can see juice down on the bottom. It's starting to drip. By the way, I do have one of those aluminum foil pans in there. I ordered some from Charbroil when I ordered some other things, like the bunk bed basket and some stuff for other grills from Charbroil last summer. And some of those aluminum foil drip pans in there. But anyway, it smells like it's doing great. And that little place where I peeled that skin back, you can see it's starting to get some nice char on it right there. All right, I am right at an hour. And about 10 seconds from it. It's at 42.5 degrees right now, but the temperature is rising quickly. It just went to 42.7. The temperature is rising much quickly now. It's gone up about 5 or 6 degrees in the last 5 or 6 minutes on the inside. I may not leave this all the way to 140, but it's only at 42 on the internal there, but the outside of it, 232, 233. You can see that the splits are getting bigger. I still don't smell anything burning. You can see more of those juices coming to the surface. But I don't want to dry this out, but I want to serve it hot. And it smells like that's getting crispy, but I can't taste it till it does. But anyway, I don't have to go all the way to 140 on the internal because, like I said, it's already cooked. But maybe I'll get it up to about 100, 120 degrees, and I'll go ahead and pull it out of here. It's already gone to 43 degrees. It was right at about 42 when I turned the camera on. So the temperature of the internal temperature is rising quickly. All right, an hour and 10 minutes since it's been in there, and 1 hour since I turned it on high. It's now at 48 degrees internal temperature, and the outside is still saying around the 250s or so. So it is starting to split there and stuff like that. I don't want all the juices to run out of it because I do not want it to be dry, but do want to serve it warm. So anyway, I'm gonna let it continue to go. The temperature is climbing a lot quicker than it was before. All right, it's right now been in an hour and 25 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes since I turned it on high, and I'm at about 70, 72 degrees in the center, and right there it's saying 265, 257. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it because I'm starting to smell some burn flavors. It may be the drippings on the bottom of the drum there. I don't know, but I certainly don't want to mess this ham up. I don't want to burn the outside at all, and I don't want to overcook it or overheat it because it's already fully cooked. So 70 degrees in the center, that's plenty warm enough to eat it and enjoy the ham, and it's pretty hot on the outside. So I'm gonna pull it out of here and let it do some carryover cooking. That's what it looks like. It's really kind of gorgeous. Well, if you ever wondered what a Big Easy does to a Black Forest ham, makes it smell delicious. I'll tell you that much right there. That's what it looks like. Doing this outside, got the best lighting of all, right? Except that dang fly. It's a beautiful day, and I'm gonna carve it up out here too. And the basket has cooled down. The ham is still pretty darn warm, but it's just gonna roll it on out of here like that right there. All right, so here it is. I could touch it, but it's still pretty warm. And that, I don't know if that's burned right there or not, but certainly right here it's not. Smells absolutely delicious. Let's go ahead and cut it. Got the Big Blue Barbecue Silver Stag knife. Also sent to me by the Benny subscriber who sent me this ham. And I am so glad to have it. Yeah, that's still juicy. Naturally processed, it said on the thing. It said uncured, but what they meant was it's naturally cured with the celery salt nitrates. All right, let's cut this ham right here like this. Look at that, look at that. It's got, look how juicy, it's still juicy. I thought it was gonna dry out, but it's not. Look at that, man. That Big Easy, all right. Time for the moment of truth. All right, Burkwood Farms, Black Forest ham. I'm glad I didn't let it go all the way to 140 internal because I'm not trying to cook it, just trying to heat it. Like I said, it was about 70, 72 or though when I pulled it. Oh my goodness. That crust or whatever that casing is that's on it got real crispy but not burned. It's black because it's Black Forest ham. It's really good. Not as sweet as I was afraid it would be. I was really afraid to cook this piece of ham. So glad I did. So glad I did it in the Big Easy oilless fryer too. I'm glad I decided to go ahead and get it out of there when I started to smell and kind of getting a little crispy right here because it's perfect. Let me get a piece from the center. All right, this little part here is from the dead middle of it. Real juicy still. Only got up to about 72 degrees, but definitely not cold in any way. Really, really enjoyable. That is good ham. Serve it up with some greens, put some sandwiches on it. Man, that's good ham. Berkwood Farms ham. Thank you, Gregor, for sending me this ham. Glad I finally got a chance to cook it. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue. Try ham in the Big Easy turkey fryer if you have one. Does a real good job, whatever kind of ham you got. But I'm definitely going to be cooking more hams in that thing. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue. Gracias por mirar. All right, I was in Manning because my son had a marching band festival competition thing where the high school bands get together and have put on a show, and then they give them a rating and all. In Manning, Louisiana, so I was up there for that. Just so happens that my buddy Rosel, your boy Rosie, is camping over here at Cypress Bend Park. And so it's about 12 miles away from where I was, so we're driving over here to Toledo Bend, and we're gonna meet Rosie. I'm gonna thank him for helping me with that ham. We just came into the campground, and we are looking for Rosie's campsite, and he's got his family with him. His brother-in-law's there and stuff like that. I don't know if they want me on video, but we're about to surprise him. He's gonna be on video. All right, so it'll be the 8th one he comes to, so yep. That's one.
Oh, look at that.
And there's a big blue fish. He said they're not far from the big blue fish.
And the gorgeous sun. It's so pretty.
All right.
Yeah, Dad, we actually, Papa and I would fish on that pier.
Y'all went and fished on that fish?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You showing everybody my dirty windshield?
Well, it's a windshield.
I live in the country, so it's
everybody's
dirty.
Windshield is gross.
All right. He said,
it's a fish.
All right.
It's a fish. Bye-bye, fish.
Gotta go this way. You know, roll down the window so you can see it clearly. I ain't gotta see the dirty window.
Why won't your window?
I got the child lock on, child.
Why do you have the child lock on?
Because you're a child.
Your youngest kid is 15.
You're 19. You're still a child.
I am a child.
That's Toledo Bend right there.
Woo!
Woo!
Look at the sun. And a cameo. Let's go. Alright, there gotta be some over here. He figured it out.
Figured it out. Side 8 is what I'm looking for.
And all their Christmas stuff.
17. Am I going backwards around it?
Possibly starts. Here's a sign.
That's his Jeep.
27.
That's his Jeep. No, that's his
Jeep.
Jeep.
Got a Jeep? Awesome. Okay. Cool.
That's his Jeep. I see it on the thing on the top. Well, it's got to be him right here.
It's exciting. There's people over there.
That's not his Jeep.
That's not his Jeep.
I don't know. Maybe that's his Jeep.
You don't know what you're doing. Woohoo!
You got him? Put him on camera.
Yeah, I got him.
He's not gonna let me go any further. Oh, he's giving me valet parking, important parking right here.
Man, you 6? What are you, 6?
There's a reason they call me
Big Lou, I heard that, yeah.
My last name's Lewis.
All right, yeah.
Is it Rosie?
Yep.
Big Lou?
Yes, indeed. And this is your...
This is my daughter, Hannah.
Hello, Hannah.
She's
nice to meet you.
19, and my son was 15. He's in the Maryville Marching Band, plays saxophone.
All right.
Darn good at it, too.
All right.
And
that's my daughter, Alexia. She was in the band.
Hi.
I had to go to those band things from 6th grade all the way through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
That's why I tell you don't come over there. We'll watch that one and we'll watch the Oakdale band.
Grade.
All right.
And,
Sophomore year.
Nice. Right on it.
Hey, Tanya, you want to meet Lou and I'll hold the dog? I'll hold Fitzgerald.
Yeah, the horse is not friendly of new people.
Well, okay.
He barks at me. He's known me forever.
We have two
I got
overly friendly dogs.
Got two overly friendly black labs.
Ah.
All right.
Oh.
What's that say?
All right, this is where Rosie is camping, y'all. That's the sun right there in your eyes. But this is beautiful Toledo Bend on the border. You're looking at Texas over there. All right, they got the chupacabras over there and the rougarous over here. You
can stay in this footage.
Yeah, we're gonna use this footage right here. Absolutely. It's good to see you, man.
Absolutely.
And this
great.
is y'all remember Hannah? Say hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Absolutely.
Well, It's the next morning, November the 7th, Sunday morning, and the government has granted us an extra hour of dawn daylight. Back to standard time. I'm gonna use this daylight in the morning to cook up some of that ham. We're gonna use the SRG, and we're gonna make us a Creole mustard sauce. Thanks for sticking around this long. Not much longer on this video. Ye old 3-notch lodge. Let's get it heated up. All right, that 3-notch lodge is getting hot. Now on the Charbroil Big Easy YouTube page, they've got a thing for ham with the maple mustard sauce. Well, I'm from Louisiana. The Big Easy's named after New Orleans. That's the nickname for New Orleans. We invented fried turkeys in this state. Yeah, in the early 80s around Church Point, Louisiana, first fried turkey. Maybe it was the late 70s, but sometime around that time, right? Anyway, so we're going to Louisianify it. So instead of maple syrup, I've got cane syrup. That's a cup of cane syrup right there. That's a Steen's brand. Use whatever brand of cane syrup you like. If you live where you can't get cane syrup, move. Move. Well, we do cane syrup here in Louisiana. All right, so get that in there. You can see that skillet's already hot. All right. They wanted whole grain mustard. The whole grain mustard we use in Louisiana is Creole mustard. This is Zatarain's Creole mustard. And they call for a 1/4 cup and then some Dijon. Well, I'm just using all Creole for this. So we're gonna put that whole in there. So it's a little bit more than a 1/4 cup, probably about a 1/3 cup of Creole mustard. All right. Get it all in there. All right. And it calls for cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper. About a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I was tempted to use Tabasco sauce instead, but we're gonna start mixing that up and get it all mixed in there. So that Creole mustard inside that cane syrup, and we're gonna start reducing this sauce down a little bit. All right, now I got about a 1/4 cup of butter. It's already softened. I'm just gonna go in there with the butter. I'm gonna leave the link to the Charbroil's sauce made with maple and whole grain and Dijon mustard, but this is based off of that, just Louisianifying it a little bit, you know. So we're gonna get that butter melted in there, then we're gonna grill up some ham steaks right here on the SRG. Oh, that sauce is looking good. Cheers to my new friend Quentin, Rosie's son-in-law, and Rosie too. It's a delicious cup of French press coffee in the Lou cup. Louisiana, Lou. Stir this around, and then I'm gonna pull it off of here and let it start cooling down so we can cook up these ham steaks. Just gonna grab it like this. Now you're gonna put the glove on. All right, so here's some beautiful slices, some ham steaks from that ham that we cooked yesterday in the Big Easy OLTF turkey fryer. Now we're cooking on the smoker roaster grill. Yep, grilling them up for breakfast this morning. That's that delicious end piece. It's gonna be good too. These were good for lunch yesterday and good for supper last night. You know how this works. 1/4 turn for grill marks, right? You too. If you've stayed this long, I really want to thank you. I really want to thank Rosel and his family. Got to meet his son-in-law, got to meet his daughter, got to meet his wife Tanya, his mother-in-law, and his Great Dane Fitzgerald. Next time I see Rosie, I'm gonna bring an extra slice of ham just for Fitzgerald so he'll like me. All right, let these get some marks on them, and we're gonna serve them up with that sauce. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling. Scratch your screen. Got that scratch and sniff YouTube now? Yes, indeedy. Oh. See how tender that ham is? Just fell apart. It's all right. You know what? It'll still taste good. It will still taste good. Scratch your screen. Get that scratch and sniff YouTube. I don't know why I'm putting grill marks on that side. Just leave it just like that for a little bit. All right. Let's end this right here. That's a beautiful piece of ham steak. Can you see that? And look at this, look at this, look at this. It's cooled off enough for me to hardly touch it, but we're just gonna pour that sauce all on top of that ham. That Creole mustard sauce with the cane syrup. That's breakfast, y'all. Good morning. Yeah, this is going to be a good breakfast with that Creole mustard sauce on this ham. And I tell you what, the ham was good just by itself. I want to thank the benevolent subscriber for sending me this ham. And I want to thank Rosel for allowing me to meet him yesterday. Y'all go subscribe to Rosel's channel. Es tiempo para comer este jamón. Yo voy a comerlo. Buen provecho. Gracias por mirar.